We're good. All right, so I just got to do a camera check. So we're streaming live again. So when you see me talking to a camera a little bit, you guys know why. When you see me repeat questions, you know why, that kind of thing. If you want to replay this or share it with your friends, mylivetvshow.com. If you missed last week's listing class, you can go there right now and rewatch it. So that's kind of cool. We'll have a player that we can share with other people in case they miss it. I really appreciate you guys being here because the energy in the room is so helpful. It's very impactful. Have you guys ever watched a webinar and you're emailing and texting, next thing you know, you're 10 minutes in and you missed it? Well, we don't want that to happen. So if you're serious about your career, being in this room makes all the difference in the world, especially for me. We have some exciting stuff today, a really good speaker. And I wanted to start out by telling you a little bit about this and why I did it. Some of you have already heard. I ran into a girl at Keller Williams on a podcast, and she was talking about how she was being a role model, a leader, and she went to do an interview, and the interview got canceled because the person who asked her to do the interview thought she wasn't there here or here. And I thought it was pretty interesting, so she wrote a book, Lost to Found in 90 Days, and I promise I'll send out the email unless one of you know it that's sitting here who can share it. So it got me thinking, well, I'm trying to lead you guys and teach you guys. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm lost right now. I'm up here telling you to freaking go to the gym, and I haven't been in 4 days. Or I'm telling you to eat kale, and I had pizza last night. I'm like, no, I'm lost. So what I've done is I've compiled pretty much all of my life coaches or somebody who's impacted me greatly through over the years to come back and help me and help you. And I hope you guys can take amazing advantage of what we've brought for you. I firmly believe the real-world value of this course that we're going to go through for the next 13 weeks is probably something you'd pay 5 to 10 grand for, similar to what you would pay for Tony Robbins. But I think it's more in depth, and I think we're going to be able to introduce you guys to things you've never heard of, or things that you've heard of that never took seriously, and start forming your own opinions on what a realtor's life should be. I'm all about balance, and I'm all about having the tools necessary to go to the next level. And I'll share with you some stories in my past that none of you even know about, that have got me to the next level and where I am today. So in order to do this correctly, the first class has to be mindset, right? If we don't have the right mindset, it doesn't do anything. A good mentor of mine, you'll hear later, said that the mind controls the body. And that's very true, and I found that to be true in multiple situations in my life. As we go through this, for those of you watching that do not know who I am, my name is Mike Bjorkman. I'm the co-owner and broker of HomeSmart here in Valencia and Northridge. And I'd like to think I'm your coach, your mentor, and your trainer for those of you in the industry. Also, I have to have you guys always join these Facebook groups because they're crucial for you to be part of to keep updated with what we're doing here. The first one is Stark and HomeSmart 10-week social media series. I firmly believe that where we are today came drastically from social media. We have 150, 160 agents, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you that are newer to the company or joined saw things on social media, and that's the same thing that happens with our clients. So search that group if you're not part of it. HomeSmart Next Level Training Series, that's where we're posting a lot of the information on this class. A lot of the guest speakers will be posting things in the class too, which will be fun for us to follow up and communicate with them. My podcast, realestatemarketingshow.com. There's like 16 of them, and I say it every week. Yes, we're going to start doing them. As a matter of fact, we're going to try to figure out how to take the audio from these classes and upload them to the podcast so you can re-listen to them again in the future. It might take, so you know, the 4th or 5th class where you go, oh, now class 2 is starting to make sense. I wish I would have wrote that down. I wish I would have wrote that product down. I wish I would have wrote that feeling down. And now hopefully we can go back and revisit that. So what this series is all about, mind, wellness, body, and spirit. You hear everybody say that all the time, but it's so true. That's how we balance. That's what life's all about. We talk about mindset in this class. We're going to talk about cancer prevention. Just by show of hands, does anybody know anybody in the room with cancer or it been affecting your life some way? So basically, I'm not a mathematician, but that was about 95% of us. I think every day we should live by trying to avoid the #1 killer in the country so we can produce and prosper and actually spend time with our loved ones and our future generations. Would you agree with that? So we're going to talk a lot about that and a lot of things to keep us healthy. Supplements and why we need them, right? There's a lot of things that we need in our bodies that we don't get from food to be clear-minded, to have high energy, to fight a seller at 8 o'clock at night when you're fighting over commission. There's things that we're going to learn about with supplements. Exercise and weight loss. Anybody here interested in losing any weight? Good. 95% of you again. So you know, and you know I'm a be honest guy, this is the main drive for me. I don't know what happened. About a year ago, I got injured in the gym. And I'm like, well, that's fine. I'll take some time off. I'll do less exercise. But holy moly, the pizza added on the pounds just overnight. I don't know what happened. So I'm really interested in that. We're going to learn about leadership and team building. Is any agents in this room would like to have a team someday? A couple of you, half of you. And leadership, we need to know these skills just so we can control our clients, not in a bad way, but in a good way. Help people make better decisions. And I think the people that are going to be coming in here speaking are very powerful with leadership. As I think of these people, I'm just blown away that they're even coming. We're going to learn a lot about customer service. We're in a customer service-oriented business. If our customers are not happy from the beginning, middle, end, and then in the future, we're not going to get referrals. Now, I know everybody in this room, statistically, about 75% of your business comes from referrals in some way, shape, or form. So if you don't have excellent customer service, things fall through the cracks and they drift off to other agents. We don't ever want that to happen. So if I look back at my career and I think of the people that I treated like crap, they're not here anymore, right? They're with other agents, and I go, man, it was probably a pretty simple thing to change that, and we're going to study that. Potential killers, the things that actually will cause disease, cause the cancers, cause the things that we want to stay away from. We have speakers coming in about that and how we can start creating habits to avoid certain things. But it'll be pretty powerful. Financial planning. Financial planning as a real estate agent or anybody is obviously really important. There's certain things that realtors can take advantage of that the general public cannot. There's certain tax planning things that we can do that they can't. And as I speak with people all the time, I'm like, okay, so did you know if you wanted to pay about 50% less in taxes, you as an agent right now could be an S corp, right? So a lot of my agents let me go, what is that? I don't understand that. And you should have this type of planning. So we'll invite our friends that we trust highly in this community that are very well qualified professionals, talk to us about that, our tax planning, and then of course building wealth in real estate. We are in an industry that can create tremendous amount of wealth for us. So we'll have people that are doing it now that own hundreds of rental properties and are making killer amounts of money. We'll talk about some investment groups you can get involved in, different ways where you can have creative seller financing, because maybe some of us in here write so much stuff off, we don't have the income to qualify for a loan. Does that sound like anybody in the room? Yeah, I get that. And then estate planning, obviously. In the past couple of weeks, we've had some community leaders pass away, and from some of the things I've heard, they've left devastating results from not the proper estate planning. Now, some of you don't have families, or some of you don't have a lot of assets, but it's good now to get started and learn, so as we build our wealth in this industry, we can always be in the right way. So the idea is at the end of this 13-week series, we have all the power, all the knowledge, all the contacts to have a very successful, long-term time in this industry, because it's a great industry if you do it right. I look back and I go, man, probably 15 years of my real estate career I wasted with tons of money on taxes. And I'm just like, that's ridiculous. Or just different things that we can all bring together now because of our length of time in this business, so where we can help everybody out. Real estate celebrities, too. I have a few real estate celebrities. Most of them are from Beverly Hills and San Fernando Valley that are going to come up here and blow your mind and talk to you real, little group about why they're successful in this industry. And when you hear the names, you're going to be like, oh, that's cool, and we're probably going to put a lot more chairs in here. I used to speak with these people on stages all across the country, and it was fun, and I've created the relationships where they're going to do that for us. Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about mindset. Look up here. We have a fixed mindset versus a growth mindset. Intelligence is something you have or don't have. A desire to look smart, which means that you, on a fixed mindset, avoid challenges. Many of us avoid challenges daily because we don't know how to tackle them. We give up easily. I hate that. We see effort as a waste of time. We ignore criticism, which you can't do. We feel threatened by success of others. In this industry, I have seen more of that than any other industry. It is absolutely mind-blowing, the jealousy and the bullying and all the things that go on in our industry, and it's crap. for us to go up in this business, we need to learn how to handle that. We have to have the growth mindset, a desire to learn, which means we embrace challenges, right? I mean, I'll talk today and along the series about some of the challenges that I've had and how we got through them. Keep going when things get difficult. See effort as a path to mastery. You know, it's like you do something enough and you practice it and get good at it, and that's why we're having the buyer mastery classes and the seller mastery classes. We've mastered these things, and if we were ever going to avoid the challenges or ignore criticism, we would never have gotten to where we are today. We want to learn from criticism, learn from and find inspiration from success of others. That's why we're going to bring successful people around you. Success breeds success. Would you agree? We're going to teach you tremendously in this course how to avoid people that are negative. There's no reason for us to get sucked into this thing. You've probably heard things like, oh, you're a real estate agent. When are you going to get a real job? Right? Have we heard that before? Yeah, we might have some bad times, but if we practice and get the right mindset, we're always going to have good times. I can stand before you today and say there will never be a day where I won't have food on my table. And that's because of the mindset we've put in place in the past. You guys like that? Do you understand that clearly? Because this is going to be the main focus all the way through this course, the right mindset. All right, let's get moving along a little bit. I love this thing. It's one of the things that it just inspires me more than anything else, and I forget who originally said it. If you expect the world to be fair with you because you are fair, you're fooling yourself. That's like expecting the lion not to eat you because you didn't eat them. Do we understand that? So in this particular industry, we need to be the lions. We need to go out there and eat. Because if we don't eat, we will be the food. We will be eaten. And we can spend a lot more time on that later and spend time on different tools with buyers and sellers and how that will affect you directly. But once you understand that you are the main predator out there and you need to be the forceful one to go put food on the table, everything else comes together. It's pretty cool. All right, so some of the questions you have to ask for. Who went through the mindset class and Next Level series in here? A couple of you guys. So when we did this, we would have a slide on all these different things on do you want this? We don't have as much time today to cover this. Hopefully we'll integrate these things in every course as we go through them. But you got to ask yourself, how bad do I want it? Do I really truly want this? Some of us have no reason to want to succeed in real estate. We just don't. And that's okay. How bad do you want to get to some level? But as I look around the room, I've talked to many of you individually, and I know you guys need this pretty bad. And that makes you want this pretty bad. But here's something else that makes me inspired. Who else deserves this? Who has a spouse in this room? Do you think they deserve the best? Any kids? Do we have any kids? Do we want the best for them? So when you're sitting on your ass doing nothing, fiddling with your phone, you might want to think, should my son or daughter suffer because I'm being lazy right now? That's a reality check that you have to have all the time. And when I coach agents across the country, I bring that up a lot. Because maybe something inside of you isn't burning hard enough or bright enough, but when you look into your child's eyes or your spouse's eyes or your parents' eyes, and that's true. We will be taking care of our parents someday, I believe. I'm already doing it. So when you look into the eyes of your loved ones, that's when you should feel the passion, and you should keep them in mind at all times. If you have no family, no nothing, no desire, and you're a millionaire, maybe not the right mindset class for you. Practice. And I beat the hell out of you guys with this. We are always practicing in real estate. Our scripts, our dialogues, our leadership, our everything. Everything comes to practice. We don't go on 100 listing appointments a day. We don't work with 100 buyers a day. But when we practice daily, we're ready to conquer any situation they put us in. So if you take practice out of your mindset, you might as well forget it. Because by the time you're 190, you'll then get good at scripts. You'll then get good at dialogue. So practice has to be part of the mindset. What are you willing to give up? We talk a lot about this. Am I willing to give up pizza? I've made the decision, yes. Am I willing to give up tortillas? I've made the decision, yes. For some of you, it might be expensive hobbies. For some of you, it might be getting rid of a group of friends that are bringing you down, giving you negativity. Some of it might be cigarettes, alcohol. What are you willing to give up? There's something that's going to have to be given up to be successful, to be healthy, have the right mindset, and to have the right financial future. There's nothing that we have, that nobody has a perfect life. and we have to give up some of the things we either want, think we want, or maybe other people think we want. Taking risks. I cannot begin to tell you how important taking risks is in this business. And I love this. And one of the beautiful things about having severe ADD like me is as I look at your faces, I can remember, and I'm going through conversations that I've had with you one-on-one and privately, and I remember the times I've told all of you. Let me just ask you, has anybody had a conversation that I said you might want to take a risk? I mean, it's, everybody's like, oh, shit. But yeah, risks are something we have to take in this business. If you drive up to a for sale by owner, and you're like, I just can't do it. The next person goes up, double ends it, lists it, gets all the referrals as a client for life. Things happen when you take risks. And they could be very small, or they could be very large risks. There's a couple companies I've started that were pretty big risks, right? And I could have looked like an idiot. I could have let my family down. But with the right mindset, the right practice, all the right tools, things happened okay. Are you coachable? No. Another very important thing. Some of us in the room, and sometimes we can't help it, we sit there and go, I'll come today, but I'm going to have my guard up. I'm going to come from a spot of negativity, and I'm going to, and this is a lot of you for the analyticals in the room, everything I say I have to prove to you that it's right. But what I ask is that you have an open mind and that you let yourself be coachable. Because the people that are going to be talking to you and the experiences you're going to hear about are real, and if you're not coachable with an open mind, you're never going to get the value out of it. There's plenty of times I've talked to people that have given me good, solid advice that I had my guard up so hard that I went years and years and years in misery because I didn't listen to them, or at least have an open mind, or at least do more research to say, was that right or was that wrong? Is this stuff setting in a little bit? Okay. Will you cry in the shower? Who likes it when I talk about crying in the shower? I do it all the time. And people will debate me all the time about this. I don't like to show people that I'm crying, right? Makes me want to cry. Because some of the things I've been through are so devastating that I had to cry in the shower because I didn't want Andy, my son, back there to see, or my wife, or Tammy, or anybody in this room. So crying in the shower is something where you got to admit that you have an issue, a problem, a challenge, a growth challenge, and you have to grasp that and say, this is real. I can't fake this. I'm going to have to do the things necessary to get through this crap. But I'm a firm believer in do it in the shower, because we don't want to show our clients, our spouses, our family weakness. I think there's a difference between being open, but I don't want you guys to show weakness ever. I just don't, especially with your clients, especially with your family, especially with your friends. Negativity drags people down. And we talk about it with social media. We talk about a lot of things. What if I said, this is Josh, my cousin's son. He's basically family, right? What if I said to you, dude, you have no idea. The seller last night beat me up, wanted to raise the price, cut the commission. Now poor Josh goes out tomorrow going, oh, shit, I don't want listings. And I can affect his entire life. His kids, he doesn't have kids yet, but I can affect them by saying one thing. So what is, oh, sorry. What did I say?
That his future kids will be affected by your statement.
They will, because he won't go out and get the listings, right? I'm like, did I say the F word? that might happen too. But as we go through this, some of these things are so passionate for me. Hopefully that'll exude and you guys can see that a lot of these things are real. And it'll open your mind up to say, what's real in my life? What am I hiding in the closet in my life? What should I go out and face? If I got rid of all this crap in my mind, what could I go out and really make a difference in this world or in my family, or especially as real estate agents in this career? All right. Back to the eat or be eaten. We talked a little bit about it. Again, make sure you think about this. When somebody comes into your open house and says, I'm working with an agent, and you just let them go away, you just got eaten by somebody else. If you say, hey, if I could show you a foreclosure or a short sale not on the market yet, would you see that with me? Now you're starting to eat. Now you're starting to get there a little bit. But when you go, oh, I really like Josh, and he works at Century 21, and I don't think I'll go up against him on this listing appointment because he's a good guy. Ask your spouse what they think about that. Say, do you mind if I give him my Cabo trip? Do you mind if I give him my kids' college tuition? Tuition? What? All right. Does this make sense? Okay. I want you guys to really concentrate and maybe even write this down, because all these things together is the things that I've compiled, at least in my mind, that have made a hell of a difference in my life or people around me. All right. So one day my mindset changed, and we're going to get a little bit into this. So I was coming out of one of the worst economies ever, and I realized I was always preaching, and my mentors said, I need to give energy to receive it. Many of us have heard this. So I've always struggled with exercise and weight loss. So what I did is one day I wanted to make a change. So when I went to the gym, you can see there, I have bloody knuckles. You know, I have somebody instilling mindset. I'm chucking tires around. What kind of mindset do you think you have when you're dragging a freaking tire up Decorah? You start to feel kind of embarrassed, but at the end of the day, you're kind of a badass. Now, I'm not very coachable. It takes one hell of a coach to make me impressionable. I have to think outside the box at all times. I cannot just go to the gym and say, Mike, you're going to go do 20 push-ups and then 10 this. I needed a coach. I needed the right mindset. And I wanted to share this particular story because it was a big deal for me. Now, it doesn't look like much, but here I am. Back in that bottom right-hand corner, by the way, that's me about ready to kick Nate Butcher's ass. Okay? So there's a lot of these pictures that I remember the day when these things happened. And it's about not giving up. It's about building confidence, but more importantly, the right mindset to go out and do what I want. Now, you guys, some of you don't remember, but coming out of 2009, 2010 were the absolute worst years in real estate. They were terrible. There was a couple things I was doing. I was just getting SCV Leasing up and running, the property management company. I decided, oh my God, I'm going broke. I needed to get into REO and get some listings because I couldn't get listings anywhere else, at least saleable ones. And I needed a different form of cash flow. So many of you have never heard any of these stories. I started a company called Agent Mechanics. I flew around the country speaking on stages all over the place, convincing great people like you that they should fly to Valencia, pay me $5,000 each, and teach them how to do property management. Probably you guys never heard that story, but I did it. I was on a plane 26 weeks out of the year in 2010, 2011, and I traveled and I went and I entertained and I shook hands, and that led to something else. I then was hired as a consultant for Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae with their rent-to-own programs and a lot of their REO problems. They were paying me thousands of dollars to speak on stages and tell asset managers, you guys know who asset managers are? People that hire you. So with that said, I said, well, if I can get that credibility, I'm going to do it as much as I can. I got on stage, and next thing you know, I had 11 REO accounts in 90 days. And I don't know about you guys, but walking up to the president of B of A is a little nerve-wracking, especially when he's got 10 security guards and 100 other people around him, and you have to go up and get these clients. They don't just come to you and say, God, Josh, you look like a nice guy. Here's a couple listings. They don't do that. So at a time where my mindset mattered the most, I needed a mindset coach. I needed somebody that was strong. And I wanted to show you guys a couple other things here real quick to make it kind of real. And this was not exactly planned, but last night when I was kind of preparing for this, it was kind of fun to come by. So I was doing things that other agents can't and I love that because I just want you guys to hear some mindset transformation things that happened to me. And this is Tammy's favorite video. She found it somewhere on YouTube and has embarrassed me millions of times. But this is when I was going through mindset changes. Now this is a 13-minute and 50-second video. This is me dying in the first couple months of transformation. And I'll skip through this, and you can see the pain. But now, if you have ever been through an hour-long private training session, it's hell. But if you look at this, this is at the very end of the hour. This is me running around with tires, doing the most crazy crap you could ever imagine, flipping a 200-pound tire 20 times in a row, all this crap is just, it's just, yeah, with the 30, 40-pound weight vest on, it's ridiculous. So as we go through this, a lot of things go through your mind. You know, there's a lot of crying, there's a lot of cussing, there's a lot of times where we want to give up. But doing the things I was doing at that time was pretty badass, so I needed to be pretty badass. So I won't go through it too much, but there is one spot I wanted you guys to hear. And it gets crazier. But listen to this.
You gotta be aggressive. No break. Harder, baby. That's about hop.
So this is about where I'm going to die.
Oh yeah, baby. Let's go to the pull-ups.
So,
Let's go to the pull-ups.
all right. So,
Give me one. Oh yeah, baby. The tire now.
now listen to some of this.
Only one push. Only one push. The tire. Let's go, baby. Only one push. It's a mind game now.
Hear that?
It's the mind game, baby. The mind control your body. Let's go. One push. One push. Sprint. Sprint, baby. The break. Let's go, baby. Come on. I want you to end. Faster. Go. Faster. 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 Time. Good job. Baby, that was round number one.
Listen.
Let's go for round number two now. Let's go, baby. Round number two. No water. Let's go. Round number two.
No water.
Let's go, baby. Round number two, I told you. Now it's the mind now, baby. It's what you got in your mind now, baby. Your mind control your body. Your mind control your body. Let's go. Pick it up. That's it, baby. That's all on you now, baby. Here we go, Big Mike. Give it to me.
Seeing stars.
This for your son and your wife. You got to do this for them now, baby. What you did, that was for you. You got to go back over and do it again. That's for your family. For everything that you have accomplished in your life. This is it, baby. Here we go, baby. Let's go. Give it to me. Come on. Begin. Go. Hop. 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 Good job. Here we go, baby. Let's go. Hop. So, good job. Need a hop. Come on. Hop. 3. Good job. Hop. Go. Come on. Give me 9. Hop. That's it, baby. Come on. Give it to me. It's all in your mind now. It's all in your mind now, baby. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. I need you. I need you to stay strong now, baby. This is it. I want you to be strong now. Come on, now the dumbbell. Come on, let's go. Let's go.
So that's hilarious. But the other thing I found last night is something else that I had forgotten about. After a few months of that, I was able to do this.
You got it, baby. You got it. Come on. That's it, baby. You got it. Come on. Watch out. Straight, 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 straight. Baby, let's go. Pose, pose, pose,
So-
pose, pose, pose. Up to here, baby. Up to here. This is it. This is it. This is it. Come on now. Here we go. Big step, big step, big step. Go. You got it. Go. Come on. Go. Play. Almost there, baby. Almost there. Here we go. Go. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it.
So look how long this scrapping thing goes.
Here we go, baby. That's it. Go. That's it, baby. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard, baby. Go hard. That's it, baby. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Push it. Finish strong now. Finish strong now. You got it, baby.
Yeah,
Come on now.
asshole. He jumps on it.
You gotta stand up, baby. Come on now. Go hard. Go hard. You got it, baby. You got it.
So I think you guys get the kind of mindset and the kind of coach necessary. Now I wanted you to watch this video because this will tie us in to our speaker today.
I was first looking at what's going on right now in this country. This country has lost hope, and there's a need of American people to be inspired again. It's very important for people to understand where we came from. I was born in Africa. I've overcome all the obstacles ever. I saw my mom be raped, my dad being put in jail, and I needed to inspire people by showing them a lesson. Even if we're in bad economy right now, even we're fighting 2 wars, there is a hope on the American dream, and the American dream is still alive. I was hungry, I was naked growing up, didn't have no kids, didn't have no clothes at all. I have a little school. Today I'm working on my PhD, and I own my own business, where I hire former Marines to train with me. When I started my business, I started my garage because I was tired of working for a big company. I want to change people's life because I understood one thing, is by approaching people and show them that you care about them, that they're going to see success. I started with 2 people in my garage. In less than 6 months, I got 36. Now, from a 500 square foot garage, I own a 5,000 square foot gym. My business is booming in bad economy. I don't believe in bad economy. I believe the right message, focus, and on the goals. It's the greatest country on the earth. I was a child soldier at the age of 7. I saw my mind being brutalized. I saw people being killed. But I want them to understand one thing. There is no success without sacrifices. The only time you're going to make it if you push yourself to the limit. If you don't sacrifice your time right now and focus on the future, there is no way that you're going to be successful. Life is all about challenge. Okay? It's about overcoming all those challenges that you will be successful. Let's learn from the past, live the present like it was our last day on earth, and focus on the future. There's story need to be told so people can feel that there's a hope. The hope's still there, the American dream's still there. Let's chase it because it's alive.
So Tchicays has been a huge mindset coach for me. You guys could probably tell by some of the things that I went through with him, and there's years and years of pain, just the craziest stuff ever. But for you to jack with my mind, you have to be pretty powerful. You have to have done some pretty cool things, and you've had to be very successful. Now, most of you guys know him as the crazy black man that runs around town in a gas mask. But I'm also known as the crazy agent that runs around town opening companies, doing all kinds of crazy things. So together, having a mindset coach and a trainer has really made a difference for me. So I asked Tchicays to come here today to tell you some of the stories that he's been through. Because he's not the crazy person you think he is. I mean, he's definitely crazy, don't get me wrong. But I mean, if you look at this, it gets pretty intense. If I can get this. A former child soldier. I don't know how many of you run through the jungle in the Congo with machine guns killing people. Pretty intense. Highly decorated U.S. Marine. I'm hoping he's going to share with you a story today that'll blow your effing mind, and I'm not kidding when I say that. Motivational speaker. He speaks all over. You guys heard of TED Talks? He's done TED Talks, speaks for college, gets paid tons of money to travel. Author. That book that we showed, I think he might talk about it. I've read the book twice, and I actually read the hardcover and not listened to it. That's one of the only books I've ever read. Reality TV star trainer. I mean, not read, not listened to, because I listen to audiobooks. You might have seen him on the Braxton show and all that stuff. Owner of Warrior Fitness. Now, as a friend, I'm truly proud, because he can say he has the #1 gym, family-owned gym, in the state of California. That's pretty impressive to build from somebody who barely freaking speaks English, that everybody thinks is crazy, and does not listen to the haters. And I think he just got his doctoral, whatever you call that, and I'm, of course, a serious badass. One of the people you always want around if shit's going to go down, and I'm not kidding you. So welcome one of my good friends, Tchicays.
Hello, everybody. Look at you guys. You guys all look beautiful. Thank you, Mike.
Thanks for coming.
Never been in a room with so many white people. How you guys doing today? All right. You guys going to pass this balloon around. I'm going to keep one for me. Okay. And I hope you guys have, you're going to take good notes. I only got 30 minutes. But when I speak, I get paid good money. But Mike is the only one that get credit.
The pastor's balling around very quick. So, look to your left, look to your right. Give that person a high five right now and wish them good luck.
Good luck. Good luck.
Good. Step number 1. This is what we're going to do. You're going to write down the paper that you have. There's ink and the paper. You're going to write down. Mindset is all about reference points. Mindset, reference point. What is your why? My why is my reference point. When a military guy gets lost in the jungle, he's looking for a reference point, which is the North Star, or having a compass. What is your why? What drives you every day? Why do you do what you do? By the way, why are you here? Why do you wake up in the morning? What is your passion? And what are you doing this for? Are you just here to listen for this motivation speaking engagement, motivation words? But what you going to do with it? You only got 24 hours in one day. I don't know if you got 25. Let me know. In the 24 hours, you sleep for 8 hours. On those 8 hours, you work for 8 hours. Do you really work for 8 hours? Be honest with yourself. When you sit down in your office, do you really work for 8 hours? How long it takes you to go to the bathroom? How long it takes you to talk to your friends? How long it takes you to socialize on Facebook? And how long it takes you to talk to your spouse? How long? So did you really work for 8 hours? It goes back to one principle. What is your why? Why do you do what you do? I will tell my why. I was born in the Republic of Congo, Central Africa. My mom gave birth of this beautiful young man at 7 months when she was pregnant. So I was premature when I was born. At the age of 3, my mother abandoned me. I was raised by my aunt. She was 14 years old. Who has a 14 years old daughter here? Son. She's 14? 30. Come here, baby. Get up. What's your name? Kelly? When's the last time you told your mom how much you love her?
This morning.
This morning? Okay, I want you to give your mom a hug and say, Mama, I love you more. Go. Now imagine this girl right here, 14 years old, raising a little crazy black man. Just imagine. And I was vicious when I was young. The story that changed my life, I was 5 years old. I was being bullied. My grandma used to chop wood for a living. Every time I come home, I was always crying. And one day she looked at me and said, son, I never want to see you cry again. I want to hear them cry. By no means. I said, okay, I just need approval. The next day, those guys bullied me again. Guess what I did? I was naked. Because I can't grab the clothes when I was a kid. So I walked straight to my mom's house. Pick up a machete. Because my grandmother already told me, I want them to cry by all means. Just imagine a 5-year-old boy picking up the machete and chasing after the bad guys. Since that day, those bad guys become my best friend. You know why? Because I was bold, I didn't want to give up. So what is your mind? It goes back to the process here. Your mindset is all by your reference point. I wake up every day at 3:30 in the morning. 3:30 in the morning. Why? Because I believe in myself. I have a drive. I started my gym in my garage with 2 people. I was tired working for big corporate because I love this work here, family atmosphere. 2 people. In less than 6 months, I got 36, and I opened a gym. The market crashed. Everybody felt that. The market crashed. December 2009 was a wake-up point. Wake-up call for me. 2009, December. Christmas Eve, my wife was going under the couch looking for change to make her husband dinner. And she did it with a smile. I look at my wife, what you doing? I said, I'm looking for change to make you dinner. My house was going to be foreclosed. The phone, electricity, the cable was going to be shut off. And my kids did not have Christmas present that day. I went in my bedroom and I shut the door and I cried. I made a decision. That day, no matter what, no matter how bad it gets, my kids were never going to spend a day without a present. And today, I walk around with this $100 bill dollar. Because since that day, I made a decision I will no longer go to be broke. No longer. That's a mindset. This is how powerful your mind is. Your mind is the most powerful tool that you have. Your mind is more powerful than an atomic bomb. But you got to train your mind. Exercise your mind. What is your reference point? When you see I saw my mind being raped in front of me. I saw my dad being brutalized. I've been chased. I've been stabbed, shot at. But what else can you do to me? Nothing. I know I am great. I wake up every day in the morning knowing that I am great. I wake up every day in the morning knowing that everything is possible. Why? Because I live in the greatest country on earth. Sky is the limit. I don't see myself as a black man. I see myself as a human being that has the same opportunity as a white person, Asian person, Mexican. But how bad do you want it? By the way, I'm the only black man here in town that has a business. Why? Am I special? No, I'm not. Because I train my mindset. I don't care about what people think of me. I know who I am. I know where I came from. Know where you came from. Write it down, please. If you don't know where you came from, how do you know where you're going to go? When you leave your house every day, you go somewhere, right? So you know you came from home and you're going to work. But from home to work, that road is called the process. And the process is more important than the goal itself. Your goal is to go to work. But the process is the street. The process is the stoplight. The process is the cop that may going to give you a ticket. It's most important. And most people don't pay attention to the process. They pay too much attention to the goal. So what happens if you lose sight? Then everything is gone. It takes 5 years for a bamboo stick to grow. You guys know about it? Bamboo stick. The bamboo stick. Bamboo, right? That's it, right? Please help me here. I'm still trying to speak English, okay? 5 years. Now, on those 5 years, just remember, that soil needs to be fertilized. Every day you got to put water. You got to water the plant. Because you know one day that bamboo stick going to grow. And when that bamboo stick grow, it takes only 6 weeks for that bamboo stick to reach 9 feet. Now my question to you, is it going to take you 6 weeks to close a deal? It's going to take you 6 weeks to know your market? It's going to take you 6 weeks to build your reputation? It's going to take 6 weeks to grow your business? No. It can take 5 years. But you got to believe. You got to train your mind. You got to believe that you're great. My question to you, ask the person next to you if they believe in themselves. You need to have the mindset of an athlete. When your mind connects with your body, mind, body, guess who comes? The soul, your soul, your spirituality. No matter how things goes bad, you know you are going to make it. Well, what is today's day? Anybody knows? July 7th. What day of the week? Thursday. But what after Thursday? Friday. What after Friday? What after Saturday? So you know that you're going to leave it to Sunday, right? Did you make plans for Sunday? But is Sunday already here? No. You already projected that on Sunday, I'm going out. I'm going to the beach. True or false? Let me know. But you got to know that you are also going to be successful. If you know that tomorrow is Friday, tomorrow I am going to be successful. Tomorrow I am going to close this deal. Tomorrow, it's all about mindset. Train your mindset by believing in yourself. Why is that a person who came from the Congo 18 years ago owned one of the most successful business, working on his doctorate, about to graduate, have 2 master's degrees, and still learn how to speak English? Why? I'll be honest with you. I hate school. I do. with a passion. But I love education. Without education, you are nobody. Education. What you're getting right now is education. Read, read, read. Ask questions. Be aggressive. Don't care about what other people gonna say. Take risk. It took your mom 9 months in the belly. 9 months. 9 months. 9 months in her belly to make this. When was the last time you paid your mom 9 months of rent? 9 months. Thank you, baby. 9 months. 9 months to make a human being. But how long is it going to take you? And she knew that her baby going to come out all right. She believed that my baby going to come out all right. She believed that my baby going to go to school. She believed that my baby, but one day she's going to work with me. That was her mindset. What is your mindset? How many deals are you going to close? How many phone calls are you going to make? I got a question for you. What is the purpose of doing business? Can anybody answer me? Raise your hands, please, and state your name. What is the purpose of doing business? Anybody knows? Here we go, please. Yes.
To make money.
Okay.
Ultimately, the goal is to make money, and then that's your primary, and then whatever you do with that, whether it's feed your family, provide shelter, whatever it is, that all comes as goals that you can do with that initial achievement of the first.
Okay. Anybody else want to add something? Yes, ma'am. Okay. Now, those answers are not wrong. So I'm a personal trainer. If you come up to me and say, I want to train, say, I want to train with you.
I want to train with you.
It's going to cost you $5,000 a week.
Okay.
You see that reaction? The purpose of doing business is not to make money. It's to create a customer. You got to build a relationship first. That is the purpose of doing business. Imagine, ladies, you go to the club. You go to the club, and a man approach you. You already know what he wants. You already know. I know we got kids here. We can't say too much. But you already know what he wants. Imagine he say, I'm taking you home tonight. I'm sure you're going to freaking slap him. But after he buy you 1 margarita, you start to open up. 2 margaritas, you start asking good questions. 3 margaritas, you're going to give up your phone number. You got to create a relationship. From that relationship comes the money part. The relationship is most important. Once again, it goes back to the process. The process is most important than the goal. You already know your goal. What happens if you don't take her home that night? But the process is most important. The process, make sure you write it down. The process is most important than the goal. The process is the relationship. When was the last time you called your client back? When was the last time you should know even your client's dog's name, birthday? That's a relationship. That's how you get referrals from that relationship. Chinese people do business through relationship. They may have someone here that sells bread, but he's going to go far away because you know what? It's the relationship. You got to build a relationship. I came into this country, couldn't speak any English. My second day in America, I was robbed at gunpoint. My third day in America, I found a job as a janitor, cleaning toilet. In my country, we still believe that the white man is God. In the Congo, we still believe that white people are gods. It's when I joined the military that I realized that white people are not gods. We are all just human beings. We are equal. I have to believe that we are equals. But back home, until today, they still believe that white people are gods. You know why? Because of a lack of education. Education is the strongest weapon that you have to change people's way of thinking. In the beginning, there is a thought process. The thought process come the word process. The word process come the action. And the action is who you are. Now, I'll give you guys a balloon, right? Who does not have one? Now, can you blow it? Blow it and hold it. Blow it. Put some air in there. Can you do that? Here we go. Now, your mindset is a reflection of your behavior. Once again, your mindset is a reflection of your behavior. You cannot see your behavior, but you can feel the effect of your behavior. So every time I blow air, you don't see it until it reflects right here. So success has effect. You can see a person successful by the way they act. How many hours are you going to spend to work on that deal? How many hours are you going to spend to work on that customer? How many hours are you going to spend to educate yourself? Once again, everything in life is all about a mindset. You have to be bold. You have to be genius. You have to be creative. You have to take risk, man. You have to take a risk. Ask the person next to you if they are willing to take a risk. Many people ask Michael Phelps how he's able to win 10 medals. How? How this man can get in the water and win 10 medals. He's one of the most decorated person on earth. In the water, no running, no walking, no lifting weight, but in the water. You know why? In order to be successful, you got to be uncomfortable. He understood one thing, that comfort creates fear. Fear creates self-incarceration, and self-incarceration is who you are. You self-incarcerate yourself. Before you even close the deal, you're already afraid. Afraid of what? You live in America, the greatest country on earth. While we're sleeping one night, we got men and women fighting for our freedom. And you're afraid to close that deal. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. But you're going to be uncomfortable if you want to succeed. If you sleep 8 hours and you want to become successful, I don't know what you're smoking, man. And I hope you're smoking something new. Because success, you got to be uncomfortable. You saw Mike exercising. I pushed him to the limit. When he thought it was over, now, baby, the workout just started. You got to train your mindset every day. Read, exercise, take risk. If your dream does not scare you, it's not a dream. You're not going to make it. You're just wasting time. And there's only 24 hours in one day. And once again, he goes back. I'm tired of hearing this. Well, the reason why I was not successful is because I am black. Why, baby? It does not get blacker than Tchicays and Missamou. It does not. I am maybe dark blue. But guess what? I am happy to be dark blue. I am happy to be from the Congo. Oh, he's an immigrant. Oh, by the way, they call us alien. Thank you. I am the alien then. It makes me special. I am not afraid to be me. I am not afraid to talk to anybody, any languages. If I don't know, I'm going to ask the question. Because I want to build that relationship. I want you to get to know me. Because when you go home, when you go to bed, you say, you know what, I met this black man from the Congo. That's the relationship. You never want people to forget about you. By the way, when I started my gym here, they call me all names. They even call us the court. Can you imagine? At 4:45 a.m. in the morning, the police shows up in your gym to see what's going on. And when I take them upstairs, I take them to the hot room. I don't know if you guys heard about the hot room. It's pretty hot, and people boxing. The parking lot is full. He thought I was maybe selling drugs. I said, oh, officer, come in. Go up there. They're just exercising. At 4:45 a.m. in the morning, Yes, these people know one thing. In order to become successful, you got to rise before the sun rises. If you wake up at 8 o'clock, baby, you're behind your dream. You're way behind. I chase the sun. I said, baby, I'm going to wake up before you rise. 3:30 in the morning every day. I got to do something because I want to become successful. I made a promise to my wife. I made a promise to my kids that never again they're going to spend Christmas with no toys. That was a decision that I've made. I made a decision we're not going to be broke again. I don't know about you guys. Have you guys ever ate bread with sweet water as breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and you share it with your kids? Just imagine that. Or cereal with no milk, just water. It goes back to one principle again. Your mindset is your reference point. What is your reference point? When you're going to hit rock bottom, you got to know one thing. Look for your reference point. Look for the day that turns everything around. The day that you fail. Think about why you do this for. For your kids, for your mom, for your dad, somebody. Do you know that the lion sleeps 20 hours? And he got 4 hours to feed his family? The lion, the king of the jungle, sleep for 20 hours. And he got 4 hours to feed his family. So when he get out, oh baby, I don't know. You must have a Ferrari on your feet to run. Guess what? When he catch his prey, he does not eat it first. His family come and eat it first. So you got to be the lion, man. You got to be the lion. Don't be the gazelle. Don't be the gazelle. So I got a question for you. Are you a lion or the gazelle? Because the gazelle, he or she a tourist looking around. But when the lion come out, she knew to run. Are you the lion or the gazelle? Imagine you got 4 hours. 4 hours to make that deal. You got to do everything you have to do to close that deal. March 2003. We're pinned down in Iraq. I got a squad of 7 people, a squad leader. We received the information that there is an American soldier that was captured. We're going to our rescue. On our way to our rescue, they bombarded us. Our food supply was gone. We received a phone call on the radio say, you know what? You're on a survival mode. My Marine said, Sergeant Tchicays, what are we going to eat? I sat down and just laughed. I said, you're asking me what we're going to eat at the war zone? Look around you. We got cows. We got chicken. Soy. We also got dogs. You got to be a survivor. You got to do what you have to do to survive. Jessica Lynch was rescued because my squad found the intel where she was located. When we went out there, we tried to rescue her. We couldn't move. The Iraqi was shooting us down. Just imagine that person, prisoner of war. She was raped, beat down. Just imagine what was going in her head. In her head is, I've got to survive. I got to leave. I am an American. I got to go home. Every time you leave your house, you are going to war. You got to come home. But you have to win the war every time you get out of there. Don't just go, you're not a tourist. This is war. This is a war zone. Some agents don't like you. They want to take you down. So what are you going to do to protect yourself? You got to be bold, man. And the only way you're going to succeed, people, if you wake up before the agent. You have to wake up before the agent. You have to do things that the agent's not willing to do. You got to be uncomfortable. You got to take risk. You got to knock on doors. You can't be afraid. Afraid of what? Again, you live in the greatest country on earth. You're afraid of talking to somebody? You're afraid of knocking on doors and giving your business card to someone? You're afraid of follow up on a phone call? And you're trying to be successful? I don't know about you, baby. I am hungry. If you don't want to take it, I will take it. And before I take it, I will let you know, hey, I'm going to take it. You have to be willing to be uncomfortable. If people don't talk trash about you, you ain't doing it. If people don't go on Facebook and stalk you, you ain't doing it. When I started my business, people called me all names. He make people run down the street. Or he make funny videos. People take pictures at the end of workout. Crazy. But look what the other gyms are doing now. They start taking pictures too. They start making videos of their clients too. But I was the first one making videos of my clients. Even some clients would say, don't do it for me. My friend is going to talk trash about me. I'm ashamed. I said, what? Ashamed? This is you. Your kids, your grandkids going to watch this one day. Evidence. Success leave evidence. And this right here that you saw, his son in the back, his grandson going to watch it one day. You have to leave your spot on earth. If you are still breathing, you have an obligation to succeed, no matter what. But how bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? Train your mindset. Don't be afraid. I'm from the Congo. I am blessed to be in America. Thank you very much. Do you want to take some Q&A questions? Do you have any questions? Do you have any questions?
Does anybody have any questions?
About anything? Yes, ma'am.
What time do you go to bed?
It all depends. Usually around 11 o'clock. I only need 3 hours of sleep, but I must take my nap between 1 and 3. Sleep is for broke people. Just you know. No, I'm not offending nobody here. If you want to succeed, you have to give up some. You got to give up, you got to make sacrifices, man. Give up something. You can't want to succeed and spend your time drinking, knowing that tomorrow you have an appointment to close the deal. If you want to succeed, like you said earlier, you have to be allergic to lazy people. I don't like them. When I say lazy person, I'll get out of here, baby. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Or when you want to talk to me, 2 feet. Maybe 20. Now then we can talk. You have to be willing to make some sacrifices. Some people may going to talk trash about you because you have changed. No. You have not changed. You made a decision to better yourself. And sometimes you got to cut all those people, those baggage, run. Because you can't take everybody with you. You can only take one person's you. But once you get there, now you can call them, hey, let's come and party. But when you party, we got 2 hours to party and go home because I got a dream, I got to catch up. Did that answer your questions? Anybody else? Yes, sir. Any questions? Yeah. So what did you learn today? I'm going to go around. The lady in the blue, what did you learn today? Please stand up.
That you have to be the lion.
Good. I like that. Are you willing to be a lion? Yeah. So what are you going to do after here? Good. What did you learn today, baby?
I learned that I sleep too much.
Good. Are you going to fix it?
Yes.
Good. Yes, ma'am.
The process is the most important goal.
Yes. The process is the most important than the goal itself, everybody. You know, lose the focus of the goal. Stay in the process. Believe the process. Trust the process. Live in the process. Breathe the process. Go to sleep the process. Before you know, when you wake up, the goal is right here in front of you. Yes, sir.
Don't let your comfort zone become your castle.
Here we go. Don't get comfortable. Comfort creates fear, man. It's so easy to stay down, eat pizza, watch video game, or watch football, then go to the gym. Think about it. But you're going to eat some pizza, make sure you burn that thing off. Yes, ma'am.
Creating relationships.
Yes. Doing business is not to make money, man. Money is the consequence. Marriage is a consequence of that relationship that you created. Imagine I go to the club and I say, I want to marry you. Well, guess what? I planted the seed in her head, say, you know what, this guy is crazy. But once I planted the seed, I got to go back and create the process, the relationship. Actually, that's how I met my wife. When I saw her, I said, I'm going to marry you. She said, are you crazy? I said, yes. Now, who's crazy now? 3 kids. Any other questions? What did you learn today, ma'am? With the balloon. Yeah. Yes.
All my ideas. What I want customers, not disorders.
There we go.
Relationship.
Good. But if I'm going to let you go today, I want you guys to think about the air. Yes. This one here is your behavior. Your behavior, you cannot see it. But it's going to be reflecting here. If you can close the deal, if he has to call you every day, what's up, baby, it's because your behavior. The balloon is the reflection of your behavior. You can't see it, but you're going to feel it because your boss is going to get behind you. Any other things? All right?
Thank you. Can HomeSmart have a class at the gym to see what we do over there?
Why not? Let's do it. The month of July is free, but I think what we should do is have a team building class. Have everybody in there. Just make sure you drink water. What day?
What time? 4 a.m.
It will be at 5 a.m.
But that's okay.
20 minutes.
Yeah, the apartment down the street. You,
All right.
You have a car. Why you have a car? 4-wheel. You got gas. So you're good to go.
Yeah, I'm good to go.
Yeah.
I'll get up earlier.
So, all right. Well, then we'll discuss that.
All
Let me
right,
know.
let's take a picture here. Can we do that?
Yes.
Can we do it? You guys love selfies? I love selfies.
No, we're good.
Maybe I'll just go Congo style right here, love. All right, can I get everybody there? Now on 3, you gotta get stupid. Arm and legs up, okay? Oh, well, no legs up. Here you go. Home smart on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3!
Home smart!
Ah, that was weak. That was weak. We're gonna do it again. Okay. You guys ready? Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
No, seriously. Are you guys ready? Yeah. Are you a lion or the gazelle?
Lion.
Are you a lion or gazelle?
Lion.
1, 2, 3!
Home smart!
Good job. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. All right, you guys like that? Did we learn anything about mindset today? Who in this room wants to go through the next 12 weeks and grow more and more every time? Now, I can ask for your commitment, but you got to commit to yourself to be here. It's a big commitment. It's a long time. Some of us have vacations. Some of us have kids out of school. How bad do you want it? How bad do you want to put your career in order, your life in order, and come through this smelling like roses? So by the next recession, when it comes, we know what to do. We know how to eat. We know how to succeed. That's kind of funny we both picked lions to talk about today. But that's the honest-to-God truth. Because look around at 1,500 agents in Santa Clarita Valley. Who are the lions and who's not? Who do you want to be? Who do you want to make the same amount of or more? There's no stopping you. There's no limits. If you believe in yourself with the right mindset, you can do anything you want. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you, Henry, for lunch. Stay around and make some relationships, guys. Give yourself a hand.